at me. Stylish, stylish. Masterpiece. Body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight.
Today, from Orlando, Florida, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Sentinels taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Orlando Sentinels. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
And 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant.
The pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The ball carrier brought down by Khalil Mack. A 3-yard pickup. And
they give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
He was brought down.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
To throw now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
That call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Sam Sloman is on. This will be a 34-yard attempt.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
3. Sentinels, nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 57 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive, and last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
On the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. And the Dolphins first down.
Now Joe Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
Mixon with it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bernardrick McKinney on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Evans. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun to give to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And
they'll set up a throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
James Sloman on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Dolphins 6.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Sentinels 7, Dolphins 6.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
58, right over there, Go! Right there. Here we go,
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
57.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
57's a mark. 57's a mark. Check time.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Sentinels 10. Dolphins 6.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Orlando takes back over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 7-yard pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
13 yards remaining on second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Tack McKinley. The quarterback is...
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Miami.
Mixon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Mixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, Speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable now for Allen.
Holding, receiving team.
What's up, man?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To Evans on the slant. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it though. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over first.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They picked up 5 yards last time, now they double it and get 10 here.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
This will be caught at about the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami.
Mo Alley-Cox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Sam Sloman now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. 31-21, the final score. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets needing to hold on and win this one on the road to avoid falling to 0-2. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
The pass.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
On the play. And the Dolphin 1st down.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Back is sacked. A 10-yard loss.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
10 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
Dolphins 23, Sentinels 10.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
On the tackle. A gain of 4 yards. First down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9.
50-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
The pass.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
13 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant.
Touchdown.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Two-point conversion is successful and makes the score Dolphins 31.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
33-yard line.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And the lead will be cut down back to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
31. Sentinels 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's put the ball downfield as well.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
On first down, Mixon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
14 on the play.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This to make it a 3-score game late. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
1st down and 10. At their own 26.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
57 to Mike. We ain't giving him nothing. Mike's 57.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That one covers 29 yards. First down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Now a handoff looking right.
That incompletion is not as...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Sloman on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Keeps the score, Dolphins 34, Sentinels 24.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Caught left side, Bennett. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and...
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Orlando.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
34. Sentinels 31.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.